Greetings, folks. This is Clarence Mason, Clarence A. Mason. I'm sitting here enjoying a cup of coffee this morning, and I'm thinking about my life. Many of my good friends have asked me to talk and do a video on my marriage. They think I had a great marriage. I think I had a normal marriage. It was just my marriage. I spent 35 years with the world's most beautiful woman, the friendliest woman in the world, the passionate woman in the world, and it was a great marriage. And people think I should talk about it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to explain to you how that came about. Maybe give you some insight so that you can also have a great marriage. I mean, most of us do. Uh, you know, the world's most beautiful woman was a name that I gave her for my radio program. But before I knew her, before I met her, before I saw her, God had to prepare me because I was not ready. I was not ready for this woman. I was not ready to meet a wife. I was meeting girlfriends. And my mind was on girlfriends. My dress was on girlfriends. My attitude, my posture, my walk, my talk was about girlfriends. And this woman was not a girlfriend. This woman was a wife. And it took a whole different approach to her. I had to be prepared. God had to change my life. He had to change my lifestyle. To change your life, you have to change your lifestyle. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're engaged in. If you play basketball and you want to be a doctor, you gotta change your lifestyle. It doesn't really matter what the change is for. So he had to take a lot of things out of me. When I was at college, I liked girls and they were available, and I did a whole lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done and had my attitude of a different kind of woman. When I graduated from college, I was ready to start my career. I was ready to get my life together, and I was looking for a different kind of woman. I was looking for a woman that I could spend the rest of my life with. I had goals, I had ambition, I had a 5-year plan. And I come out of my apartment one day, on my way to work, my first day at my new job, just had gone to college and just had my first job, excited about the opportunities. And I saw this woman. I saw her a long block away, at the bottom of the hill, and she was standing on the bus stop. And to me, that was the most beautiful creature God had ever put together. And she was not dressed to be pretty. She was not dressed to be cute. She was not trying to get anyone's attention. She was tired of men mess with her on the bus stop. And she was trying to look as plain as possible to keep all these dudes like me from recognizing her and to hide. Ladies, real beauty you cannot hide. You can try all you want to. But that's why they use beautiful women to sell everything, because people want to be like them. So I saw her a block away, and she had this big, unattractive, long, full-length coat, wintertime, and a hood up that had the fur all around it, trying to hide her face. She was a block away. She had this huge coat, trying to hide her figure, but I saw the shadow. I saw the shadows. And I rushed down there. I was trying to get down there. And she saw me coming. Here come another clown gonna mess with me. Attitude started building up. By the time I got down there, she was already in a bad mood. She was already upset with me. I had not said one word to her yet, but she knew it was coming. Here I come, dressing like a college student. I was still dressed in my college clothes. I wasn't dressed in my business clothes yet. Just got my job. And I walked across that street and I said, "Good morning." And she looked at me like I just slapped her mother in the face. She gave me such a stern look like, "Why are you breathing my air? Why are you here in my face?" And she glared at me to give me a clear indication that she did not want to be bothered. And she turned her back on me and folded her arms across her chest. And every morning for 2 weeks, I came down that bus stop and I said, "Good morning," and she glared and turned her back on me. Honestly, I didn't mind the view from behind. I didn't mind the view from the back. It was great. Okay, do that if you want to, but she would not speak to me. She would not say a word to me. I get on the bus, try to sit next to her. She would get up and move. She was not joking. She was not playing. But by the way, ladies, she never said, "Leave me alone." She never said, "I don't feel like being bothered." wouldn't have mattered that much had you said that, but she didn't say it. She later on she said, "Well, you should have known. I knew, but so what? You were there every morning." So finally, after 2 weeks, I decided a different approach. And I walked down and said, "Good morning." She turned her back on me again. This time I walked around to face her again. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am. My mother taught me to always speak to ladies, and all I'm doing is trying to say hello to you. I'm not asking for your phone number, your name. I'm just saying good morning. Down here by herself on the bus stop. I'm trying to be pleasant." "What you trying to be?" That's not what I said. "I'm trying to be pleasant. I'm trying to obey my mother's teachings. And I haven't heard you say a word to me. I hear you talk on the bus stop to your girlfriends on the bus, but to me, you haven't said a word. So I'm wondering, maybe you just don't have any teeth in your mouth. Maybe you're trying to hide your little gums from showing. Yeah, you got one tooth. I see a tooth there, girl. Sit." And my future wife's first words to me, "You a fool." Okay, it was a word. I said, "My name is Clarence the Fool. What's your name?" She said, "Brenda." I said, "Nice to meet you, Brenda." She didn't even respond. Another couple of weeks, "Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Clarence." And turn her back again. Leave me alone. So after about 3-4 weeks, she stopped coming on the bus. Meanwhile, those girls on the bus stop, those girls on the bus, they thought it was so romantic. By that time, I had on a suit and tie on. I wasn't dressed like a college student anymore. I was making a little money. I was trying to get myself together. And so they became my fans. I said, "Do anybody know where she worked? Did anybody know where she lived, or anyone want to work with her?" And they said, "No, we don't know, but she got off in San Francisco, the same stop I got off on. So we're gonna go and look for her because she needs to be with you. You're a good dude." I said, "Yeah, I'm a good dude. Find her for me." And they went around to all the shops and the stores, and people in the shops knew her. My wife was like that. The store owners knew her because she's so friendly. And finally, they came to me and said, "I think we know where she works." And I had to call Pac Bell, San Francisco. And I said, "I'm looking for this real pretty black girl named Brenda, beautiful smile." And the operator said, "Yeah, she doesn't work here anymore." I said, "Oh, man." Being the detective that I am, I said, "Did she have a girlfriend that she went to lunch with every day?" See, that'd be a girl. That'd be the girl that hung out with her after work. She would have her phone number. They said, "Yes, she had a girlfriend she went to lunch with a lot." I said, "Well, let me speak to her." And put the young lady on the phone. I said, "I'm looking for this real pretty black woman, beautiful smile. Her name is Brenda." She said, "Yeah, that's my girl. But she doesn't smile too much anymore." I said, "Well, sweetheart, she can't smile that much because she's not with me. You give me her phone number, and she'll thank you the rest of your life." She said, "Oh, you like that, huh?" I said, "Girl, you said that was your girl. You said that was your girl. Do your girl a favor. Give me that phone number." That girl gave me the phone number. That's amazing to me. She gave me the phone number. I didn't believe it. I took it. And by the way, she thanked her the rest of her life. But when I called her, she answered the phone. My first words to her was, "You thought you got away, didn't you?" Because it had taken me 2.5 years to find her. I looked for her for 2.5 years. And her first words to me was, "How did you find me?" And I said, as politely but as sternly as possible, "I will tell you at dinner. And we're going to go to dinner." She decided I was correct. After 2.5 years of looking for her, she was interested enough to go to dinner with me. So we went to San Francisco. We used to have the Playboy Club there. Really nice place. Really good restaurant, good food. We went there, and so we sat down. Before she looked at the menu, she put her elbows on the table, put her palms on her chin, and looked at me across the table and said, "You said that you had a 5-year plan. You said that you're going to retire in 5 years and have income come to you. You said 2.5 years ago that you was going to have a 4-bedroom home. Now, were you just playing a game with me like all these dudes out here? Were you lying to me like all these men out here? Were you scamming me? Were you just trying to get to know me? Or were you telling the truth?" Because we're telling the truth. It's been 2.5 years. So what's the plan now? What are you now in your plan? I said, "Well, that 4-bedroom home that I told you about, I now live in it. If you play your cards right, you may get to see it. I'm going to retire at 31, not 30. I'm off a little bit. The economy's going down. I'm going to retire. I keep my word. What's your plan? You still doing the same thing? You still hang with the same dude? You still trying to control your life and can't do it? You need someone in your life to help you get through life. She said, well, I have a boyfriend. I said, no, you don't. If you had a real boyfriend, you would not be sitting here at dinner with me right now. So let's talk about you getting a boyfriend. Ladies, that's the change in my life. I had to change my outlook on life. I had to change my dress, change my approach. And she saw that I had a 5-year plan. She saw the plan unfolding. She saw me keeping my word about what I was going to do with my life. And it intrigued her. But it still took me another 10 years, or another 8 years to marry her. It still took me for her to observe me, to pursue. I had to pursue her. Most men marry women that they don't think they deserve. Not because you're greater, not because you're prosperous, not because of anything, but the fact that God looked at man and said, it's not good for man to be alone. And God formed a woman for the goodness of man. So yes, you're good for us, ladies. We don't think we deserve you because we don't deserve you. God had mercy on us and made something just for us. Special. You can't beat God's special gift. So you are undeserving. We're undeserving of your love. We got that. But you're not going to lead us behind the love. You're not going to lead us behind the love. You have to be dedicated to us as we are dedicated to you for different functions, different reasons. So my wife took me as her husband. And we started creating the environment that we can love each other. She became the woman. She's very good at it. I became the male. I was very good at it. And we respected those roles, and we built those roles up with each other. And we did not have a situation where we have to work at it. Matter of fact, she rejected the idea of you got to work at a good marriage. My wife did not think that was accurate at all. She didn't think it was workable at all. She did not want to work at her marriage. She worked at her life. She worked at her job. She worked with her family. She did not want to work with her husband. She said, let's try something different. Let's play at a good marriage. Let's play at a good marriage. Let's see if we can just go through life and have fun and play. You know, you take care of the stress. You're very good at it. I take care of the beauty. I'm very good at it. And we had a great marriage because we divided the roles up and we lived our roles. At the same time, you got to build that foundation, ladies. My wife was ill most of our marriage. She was fun, she was lovely, a gourmet cook, business owner, college graduate, but she was ill most of our marriage. Fibromyalgia came in, then breast cancer came in, and then congestive heart failure came in, and then cancer again came back very aggressively. Most of my marriage I was taking care of her. I didn't notice it, I didn't understand it, I didn't realize it. I was just taking care of her. That was an absolute privilege. It was an absolute honor. That experience when my wife died was so amazing. I mourned, I cried for 2 years. But I was able to stay with that woman for 2 years by her bedside. And I watched her waste away. And she was still joyful. She was still playful. She was still my wife. It was amazing to watch her go through that. And the last few weeks, I didn't know how I was going to react. I mean, in the back of my mind, I knew it was coming. I did not accept it in the front of my mind. I didn't know how I was going to be the minute I was on planet Earth without her, because we had so much fun. We had so much joy in our marriage. Then I realized what a privilege it was for this woman, this female, this thing that God made just for me. What a privilege it was to take care of her. I mean, I felt honored to wash her. I felt honored to have her go to the restroom, to take her to a doctor's appointment, to look over the doctors for her. That was an honor because I didn't deserve her. I didn't deserve her. God gave her to me for my own good. And when she finally got too weak to do anything, I was right there with her. And it was an honor to watch her pass away. It was, I want a woman in my life. A lot of us think that we want a woman that we could live with, that we can grow old with. Man, I'm telling you, the experience I had was a woman I could die with. That was immensely more important. That was an experiment in my life that I cannot comprehend. I cannot explain it to you. To watch your wife that you love for exactly half of your life, watch her take her last breath, was powerful. And God gave me such peace. My Father in heaven gave me such peace that I was able to observe that and learn from that. I'm gonna tell you guys something. You know, I'm disabled. I've never slept well. I've never rested well. I'm in pain at night. But the night she passed away was the most incredible rest I ever had. The sleep was so deep and so peaceful. It's like I was done. I had done my job, and God gave me complete peace. I thought I'd be shocked. I thought I'd be depressed. I thought I'd be angry. I had one of my kids. I don't know. I'm a back away. But I was full of energy the next morning. I was grateful when she passed away. It was so peaceful. It was so peaceful that the universe got quiet. The universe. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in the woods. It's always birds chirping and frogs croaking. It's always noise of nature. The entire universe was silent. And I went to her to make sure she was gone. And by the way, the last thing she did, in a deep coma, she smiled and pursed her lips up for a kiss. She wanted a kiss goodbye. That's so powerful. I watched her die, and then I checked that she was dead. I lifted my hands to God. I said, thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to have this woman for 35 years. She was proof that God loved me. So we're going through that. We have built a foundation. Every problem we overcame, we had problems like everybody else. I mean, live with me, not easy, okay? So we had problems, but every time we went through a problem together, it was a foundation. It was a brick in our foundation. It was a brick and a brick and a brick. And every time we had problems, there was less fear, less anxiety, because she knew I was there last time. She knew I saw her through this. She knew that I knew that she wasn't going to leave me because of this or this or this. She was always there, always my wife. Once you and your husband, ladies, get to that point in life that the stress will not bring mess, that the stress when you sit down and say, okay, husband, okay, wife, how are we going to handle this? Another effect to our family, what are we going to do about this? And you love each other through it. Then the next time it comes, that wave on that foundation, it means nothing, because that dude ain't left me for this. You know, I took her through fibromyalgia. I took her through breast cancer. The first person in my family to survive. She done lost memories. Her family only dies in cancer. And we took her through that. The heart problem, we took her through that. Pacemaker, took her through that. And that woman laid in my bed. She laid in my bed and she passed away. I want someone that I could die with. I want someone that I can love until it's over. That was an interesting experience. I want to encourage you all to relax. This worldly stuff is just stuff. God put man and a woman together because we really need each other, and not for the job, not for the career, not even for the children. We need each other for the rest of our soul. We need each other to give to each other what we both need from each other. So grab your man, grab your woman, just hug her. I spent a year and a half unable to hug my wife. She had a pacemaker here. She had cancer in the pelvis. She had cancer in the liver. She had pancreatic cancer all at the same time. And she was uncomfortable. I had to continue to prop her up at night, continue to readjust her position all night long. I got no sleep. But boy, what an honor. Get to a point in life that you consider it a privilege to watch your loved one die. Then you know you've made it. Then you know your full function as a human. So I want you to all, send me emails if you want to on this, send me a message on this. I want to share my love and where I was and where I am now. Now I'm still in that perfect rest. I'm going to get married again. I love marriage. I'm going to get married again. I'm looking for a good woman that loves life and no drama, that loves life, that loves me, and that I'm going to continue. And once again, either end it with her or watch us end each other. This is Mason. You stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. Make it right. God bless you.